Hello there, Mr. Tam here, and welcome to another episode of the Success Triangle. Today, in episode 4, I'm going to delve deeper into what I started in episode 3. In episode 3, if you remember, I talked about DISC and how you are able to recognize the 4 personality types. And these 4 personality types are the dominant, the influencer, the supporter, and the compliance. And why is it so important to identify these 4 types of character? Because like what Anthony Robbins says, the quality of your life depends on the quality of your communication. And you basically do not work alone. For you to be successful, you have to work with people and a team of people. And that is why Dale Carnegie have this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And this book has sold over 6 million copies. Not a million copies, 6 million copies. And why is this book so important? It's because everybody, and why is it a bestseller? That's because so many people want to buy this book. So with that out of the way, let's get started. As promised in episode 3, today I will delve deeper into the first of the personality type, and that is the D. Now, before I go deeper into the D first, let me backtrack and tell you a bit more about DISC and understand a bit what is DISC and what it is not, so that you are able better to appreciate the 4 personality types and understand how to use DISC and what it is and what it is not. So let's get started. So, introduction to DISC. So what is the objective of we learning DISC? Why am I even introducing DISC to you? Is because it's one of the easiest to understand of all the personality types model, and you need to work in a team. You need to get cooperation of people, reduce tension, and obtain higher cooperation for you to be successful. And DISC is simple for a layman to understand. Once you understand yourself and the personality type of others, especially once you understand yourself, you can develop a personal development plan to capitalize on your strength and minimize your own weaknesses. Now that you know your own motivational needs, your own communication style, and how you respond to pressure, you can use this knowledge to regulate and motivate yourself. And also, once you know the styles of others, you can empathize and relate with them, especially in groups projects. Now, DISC is not a measurement of a person's intelligence. Neither is it an indicator of a person's value, nor a measurement of a person's skills and experience, or a measurement of education and training. What is this then? This is an observable language, just like English, French, Chinese, Bahasa Malaysia. Yeah. So it is an observable language. It's a language of communication, but it's a universal language, neutral language, and also it's a silent language. So DISC is the universal language of behavior and emotion. So let's recap again. The benefits of learning DISC is that you gain self-awareness. You can also gain commitment and cooperation of others now that you understand them and how to relate with them. You can resolve conflict if there's a conflict, but better still, you can prevent conflict. And you can build an effective team, especially in team building exercises. So people are different. Although they are different, they are predictably different. Yeah. So let's recap. If you observe a person to be very task-orientated, it's either a D or a C. If a person is people-orientated, it's an I or a S. So if he's very active and task-orientated, then he's a D. If it's active and people-orientated, he's an I. And if he is people-orientated but passive, then he or she is an S. And if he or she is passive but task-orientated, then he or she is probably a C. Okay, now let's concentrate on the D. For today's lesson, we talk about the D. The D is very active and very aggressive since they are dominant, and they are very quick to make decisions. In fact, they do not gather data before they make a decision. They make decision by intuition. Yeah, they make very, very fast decision, and since they are very aggressive, they are also very impatient and very fast to anger. They lose their temper very easily. So other names for D, other than dominant, is they are the driver. They drive people to get results. They are very task-orientated. They are very demanding. They are very direct with you. Yes, one is one. If the two is two, they are very, very direct. And they are the doer. They are very daring. They think of the box. If they need to break some rules to get things done, they will do it. And they are very, very determined. So high D are very egoistic. They seek authority. They want to be in control. They are very impatient. And their greatest fear, being taken advantage of. So don't take advantage of them. Yeah. They desire change. They do not like the status quo. They can multitask, do many things at once, and they respond to direct confrontation. So if you're not prepared to go all the way, don't ever confront them, or unless you're prepared, okay, to go to war with them. So how do you deal with the D then? When you meet a D, be very, very brief and direct to the point. Do not ramble or repeat yourself. Focus on the business. And since they want result, share with them the benefits. When you discuss a problem with them, don't focus on the problem. Very briefly mention the problem, but offer the solution and the results. If you tell them a problem, they say, okay, I hear the problem. So what now? What do you want to do? Oh, okay, tell me. Oh, okay, I agree with that. Let's do it. Yeah. So with them, you agree with the facts and ideas, not with the person. As I said, they are not very, very people-orientated, but task-orientated. Yeah. Okay. That's about the D today, and so in the next episode, I will talk more about the I, the S, and the C. So that's about D today. And once I've gone through all the 4 personality types, I will then talk about team building and how, if you are D, you can deal with a D, and as a D, you deal with an I, an S, and a C, and vice versa. If you are I, how an I will deal with a D, how an I will deal with another I, with another S, and another C, and so on. That will be in the future episode. So that's all for now. Till I meet you in the next episode, take care, God bless, and stay safe. Bye.